Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? This is a 12-part series where we go in $100,000 increments all the way up to $1 million dollars and then wrap it up with two final episodes, one at under 1.5 million dollars and the other under $2 million. Dollars. If you are looking for properties beyond the $2 million mark, please contact me directly and I will gladly custom curate a search exclusively for you. With that said, guys, this is our fifth installment in this month's cycle of Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? So we're looking at the $400,000 to $500,000 range. And I got to tell you, I have to share something with you. It's been very, very difficult for two reasons. Number one, we are experiencing the first ever buyer's market under $1 million. Now, this is basically identified by the following. And if I may, I need to put an asterisk in there. It's the first actionable buyer's market that we're experiencing here in the Los Cabos MLS. And the reason why I say that is because the conditions for a buyer's market did exist after the 2008 market crash. However, not actionable. This time, however, due to the amount of inventory that we have within the Los Cabos MLS and the fact that, hey, money is available, it is our first time ever actual buyer's market. Now, that doesn't mean that we are dropping prices left and right, which a lot of folks are seeming to wanting to always wait for. That's not going to happen. Los Cabos has the highest amount of listings. That's true. Over 2,500 listings. Let me share my screen with you and I'll show you. And also, it's also very much a cash market. So there's less than a handful. I would have to say less than really a half dozen options when it comes to financing if you're a U.S. citizen or resident, but even less so if you are a Canadian citizen or resident. So with that said, there's very, very little to zero financing options. Most of these are asking, for 40% down, really high credit ratings, 3% loan origination fees, $250,000 minimum, $350,000 minimum purchase price. So if you're looking for properties underneath that, you're really not going to get any financing. And again, although these can be up to 20-year loans or shorter, the interest rates with these are, although they claim are 7 to about 10% interest rates, most of my clients tend to be getting about 9% interest rates or whatnot. So right now, I would argue, and I know the existing loan officers may not like what I'm about to say, but if you need financing, I would encourage you to first look at pulling money out of existing equity that you may have back home in Canada or the United States. You'd likely get lower origination fees, lower closing costs for that same reason, better interest rates as well, and more than likely, it can possibly be even a write-off with the interest. So always look there first before we look at the other ones. So again, this pretty much is a exclusively cash market. What that means, being a second, third, and fourth home market, is that folks are not trying to get out from underneath these monthly payments. No one's desperate for trying to get out from underneath these payments, and they are. That said, they are willing to wait to get their average days on market price, which is about 9 months. There are the outliers; some take longer, some take less. But on average, we're looking at a 9-month market. So when you're looking at the listings and you see that they've been on for 3, 4, 5 months, no one's desperate. No one's trying to get out from underneath these. So what makes this a buyer's market? Again, we'll start off by allowing me to share this as we look at the property search here. Let me reload this. Okay, here we go. So if I were to remove these, let's see here, the criteria here, if it will work for me here for a second. I did a whole bunch of searches, as you can see right here, only between that $20,000 price range, 480 to 500,000. There's 54 results, and that's part of the reason why it was a little difficult for me today to be able to do that for you guys. Let me see here if I can just start a new search here. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Any price, any number of beds, any number of baths, okay? Property type, we're looking at, homes and condos exclusively. And that includes fractional ownership and it includes pre-construction. And again, we're not really ticking off any of the boxes here under the more tab. And we're looking at over 2,600 total residential listings. So that's the very first factor in what makes this a buyer's market. Secondly, we're seeing the most in the history of the MLS, and I've been here for 25 years approximately. We've seen the most amount of seller financing options available, both through developers and through private owners. Secondly, in the last 12 months, this inventory of 2,600 search results, about half of that is pre-construction and the other half is resales. That was very, very different a little over 12 months ago. That was closer to a 70-30, ratio, 30% being resales, 70% being pre-construction. So what does that mean? The number of, listings has gone up, increasing primarily by resales. We're looking at a 66% increase pretty much, because we're now at about a 50-50 ratio with resales and pre-construction here with these listings. And that's huge. So there's a lot more competition. And again, folks are not dropping their prices. You're not going to see that. That's one of the benefits of owning in the Los Cabos or Baja California Sur, is that you have this wonderful, like shielding, this tempered protection around your property, which is this wonderful cash market that we have here. Again, it's a slower market in comparison to what you might be accustomed to in the States or Canada, with 9 months being the average days on market. 270 days approximately is what we're looking at. That can vary slightly from area to area, but it is what it is. And that's what we have to get used to. So, there's that old adage, the more things change, the more they stay the same. There is definitely some similarities to the market that you're accustomed to in the United States or Canada, but there's definitely some big differences here, and you need to get used to that. You need to get tuned in to what those idiosyncrasies are, and work with them so that you can really get the best out of this. With that said, part of my challenge for today's episode, going from $401, $400,001 to $500,000, is the fact that there are so many listings. I mean, even here, 347 listings, any beds, any bats. As I try to reduce this for the benefit of our both our interest and our video, looking at 2 to 3 bedrooms, for example, exclusively, any number of bats, that drops it down to 309. If we add in here the view description to go to ocean view, it takes that 309 to 205. That's not too shabby. So in this example, if we look at this in $20,000 increments, 5 $20,000 increments, one could say that there's averaging about 40 on average listings per $20,000 increments. That's a lot to choose from, frankly speaking, in this $100,000 range. So what I did, and I hope you guys stay with me till the end, because what I did was I went through all of them and I picked. Now, these may not be the top picks for you. I get that. But I did my best in selecting, based on view, based on, rentability, location, as well. Try to pick my top 5. And it was hard. It was really hard. And because there's so many great listings out there. And I encourage you that if this is within your range, the $400,000 to $500,000 range, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to walk you through this. Let's do a Zoom together and let's talk about what the current market conditions are, and let's get into this for you, right? Making sure we turn over every stone and that you feel satisfied that you got the best deal. That's what's most important for me. With that said, I know it's important for you. So I got a total of 6 listings. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the bottom, the lowest number, all the way up to the top to 500,000. And at the very end, we're going to have an A and B challenge, right? So stick with us to the very end, guys, and let me know, which would you prefer in that $480,000 to $500,000 price range, A or B? And I want your comments down below, guys. Oh, and by the way, if you want to go along with me as we do this, you can leave me playing in the background. Go to reloadabaja.com and create the search for yourself and see what's different the day you're looking at this video. Things can change from day to day. So don't be shy, don't be afraid. Leave me playing in the background and, go to Reload to Baja. If you don't already have an account, please feel confident to share the information that is asked of you, your name, your cell phone number, your email address. It is used exclusively by my team and I to make sure that we reach out to you, that we respond to your questions, to your concerns, and your requests in a timely fashion. So if you email us, we will respond. I will respond within 24 hours or less. If you text me or call me, please give me at least an hour to call back, to text back. If I find myself filming a video like I am now, I'm not going to stop. So give me an hour. I'll be more than happy to call back or text you back within that time frame. That is my promise to you. And again, that information is exclusively used by my team and I to reach out to you directly. That's it. So let's get started, guys. Now, if you already have an account, just go ahead and type in your password. If you forgot it, say forgot password, create a new one or get the old one back. And again, we're looking at the entire Baja California Sur MLS search area, which thanks to our folks, our affiliate agents and brokers up in the Loreto area, we go as high as Mulegé, Santa Rosalia on the Sea of Cortez. And on the Pacific side, I've seen listings as high up as San Juanico or the Scorpion Bay area. For those of you that are surfers, this is a very loved by surfers location. And that said, as far south as Los Cabos, and again, from the Pacific side to the Sea of Cortez, we cover it all. So 400 to 500,000 is what we're typing in. Remember to add in that little extra dollar so that you don't repeat last time search and look at properties at the 400,000 exact price point. 2 to 3 bedrooms. We're leaving any number of baths. Property type, homes and condos. And again, under the More tab, the only thing we're using is under view description is we're looking at ocean views. And we got these 205 results. So let's start right at the bottom, guys. With that said, this is, I think, a really great condo. And I'll tell you why. They say the number one rule in real estate is location, location, location. And this condominium finds itself within a gated community, known as Cabo Bayo. This big little square you see right here on the map, this is Cabo Bayo. And there's two great things about it. Number one, Calafia condos are made up of these little buildings right here. And you see this little path, and it comes down right here. This little path will take you to a spiral stairwell that takes you down to Cabo Bayo Beach. This is a great beach for snorkeling, swimming, taking your dog. It's phenomenal. So it's super easy access. As you can see, these condos are right there. Just come down this path and boom, you're on the beach. Secondly, the community itself, there's literally a hospital right here in this little plaza. There's also doctor's offices across the way right here in Plaza Paseo Los Arcos. In addition to that, you have Home Depot. There's a great wine and spirit shop right there. And there's also Fresco, which is a phenomenal supermarket. And if that's not enough, the entire El Tezal hillside is very much a self-contained hillside with farm-to-table restaurants like El Huerto, located right here, or Torote, which is a little higher up on the hill, right about here. Right about here. And what's also really cool about it is that you have Walmart and you have Costco, you have a 24-hour Soriana hyper supermarket, and you have really nice restaurants, as I mentioned earlier. There's at least 4 to 5 great little restaurants just right here, kitty corner to each other in this little plaza. So you got it all. In addition to being able to get down to Cabo San Lucas, the marina, the main beach, downtown within minutes. So it is a phenomenal location. And if you're a surfer, Monuments Beach is literally right here. Easy to get to. There's a bridge right here for the turnaround. And then there's another bridge right here for the turnaround. So between these two bridges, you come out of Cabo Bayo, hit that turnaround bridge, hit this other little bridge over here, and bam, you can get down to surfing at Monuments Beach within minutes and never be too far from home. That's what's great about this location. So let's take a look at this condo. Now, this condo has been remodeled right off the bat. The floors, this is all natural stone. Of course, you've got granite countertops and backsplashes. They've done a phenomenal job with the carpentry in the kitchen. And look at these views, which we're going to talk about in a moment, okay? Because it can slightly change, but I'm going to share with you how, okay? This is a hotel called Serena del Mar, which is, I believe, now run by a different hotel group than what it used to be, like the Lawrence Welk, but not anymore. It's recently changed hands. I don't recall right off the top of my head. But right, what you see right over here is there's another gated community right in front of you. So there's actually two gated communities inside of Cabo Bayo, and one of them is Playa del Rey, and that's what's immediately in front of you. Luxury, multi-million-dollar homes directly in front of this condo, and they do have building restrictions. So they're not going to really get away with building a property directly in front of this condo view that will block the view. And that's what's really cool about this condo as well. Okay. This is the building we were just looking at, the home. This is another home right here. And there's this empty lot right here at the bottom of the screen. But this is Playa del Rey, multi-million-dollar homes right here. That is Cabo Bayo Beach. And you can see the pathway that I was talking about right here on this screen. There's that view again. So this is a perfect example. This home right here is, again, about 2 stories tall off of the street level. And that's what they're going to keep. So if we were to draw a straight horizontal line, level line off of that right there, you would still keep your ocean view line. You'd probably lose view, obviously, of this house right here immediately in front, and a little bit of that, the lower water view there. But you're not going to lose any of this. And again, you're buying location and you're still getting a view, which is phenomenal. And this will both be a phenomenal rental, Airbnb or long-term rental. It's okay to be selfish sometimes and keep it for yourself. Maybe sprinkle in a little bit of, vacation rentals. But they've done a great job in updating this condo 142 at Calafia. You do have 2 pools, and as you can see, you do have these outdoor kitchens at the pools. That's the second pool. There's also a tennis court, if I'm not mistaken, here. You can see that right over here. And there's that view again. I think there's a. Are they now using the tennis court for parking? What? Maybe nobody was using it. I don't know what's going on. That's the first time for me to see that. All right. Well, I'm sure that the HOA voted on that without a doubt. All right, guys. So let's take a look at the descriptions here. Experience coastal elegance in this beautifully redesigned condo showcasing panoramic views of the Sea of Cortez, recently and completely remodeled with refined finishes. 2 bedrooms, 2-bath residence offers a perfect blend of modern comfort and timeless style. Move-in ready and located within a privileged community featuring a stunning ocean view pool and direct beach access. This property captures the very essence of Cabo living, relaxed and effortlessly beautiful. Sorry. Let's see here. 1 level, $305 HOA fee. Yeah, they removed the tennis court from the amenities, which is, fair, whatever they choose to do. When you're a homeowner here, you'll get to vote on what changes you want to happen. All right, let's move on to the next one, guys. So that's our first one within the first $20,000 range of up to $420. And now we're going from $420 to $440. Now, this is in La Paz, and I felt that this was a really great deal. It's located in the El Centenario area of La Paz, which is just about, maybe 10 to 15 minutes west of the downtown La Paz area. Here's La Paz. Here's where the famous Malecón starts, right here, the boardwalk. And right at this intersection here, you got all this shopping. You have a casino, all that other good stuff, supermarkets. Here's the international airport to La Paz. And again, as you head west out Highway 1 is El Centenario. And El Centenario has become a very well known area in the La Paz community with expatriates from Canada and the United States. And you get this gentle slope that goes uphill from Highway 1 as we head back. So you do get some views. Let's take a look at the details here. And this seems to be a very nice parcel of land as far as the size is concerned. 2 bedroom. You have 2 car carport. I'm sure you can enclose it if you really wanted to. And you're looking back at the city. So you get some wonderful sunrises. You have a pool. Look at all this area you have. You can even add on. And it looks like the lot has access to it from both streets, one in front, one behind. So it goes all the way across to 2 streets access. Very spacious. You got natural stone floors, nice island. You have your laundry pantry area. Lots of natural light. And I think we're done with the photographs here. If everybody's wondering what these little holes are for, those are for your AC units. We use mini splits here, and each room or designated area would have a mini split put in. All right, let's take a look at the description. Stunning new construction home in El Centenario with ocean and mountain views. Welcome to your dream home in Centenario. This exquisitely newly constructed 2-story home offers a perfect blend of luxury and comfort, featuring breathtaking ocean and mountain views. Property highlights a bedrooms and bathrooms. A bedrooms and bathrooms. Enjoy 3 spacious bedrooms, each designed with high-end finishes and ample natural light. The 3 beautifully appointed bathrooms showcase elegant fixtures and modern design, providing a spa-like experience at home. A open concept main level, the heart of this home, is the expansive open concept main level, perfect for entertaining and everyday living. The kitchen boasts custom cabinetry and stunning countertops, flowing seamlessly into the dining and living areas. All right. Now, you're not going to have an HOA here, which is what some folks really look for. They don't want to be a part of one. And the lot size is slightly over a quarter of an acre. So that's a good 1,000 square meter lot. It's really nice. And it looks like you can expand, make a larger pool, add a casita to it, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, quite an interesting thing. Now, we go back to Cabo San Lucas and we find ourselves right in the, this is Costco area. Let me show you the map real quick. This is right in the Costco and where that 24-hour Soriana Hyper supermarket is at. There's also a fit gym right here, right on the corner as well, which I think is open 24/7. So you have Costco, gasoline, Soriana Hyper 24 hours. You have the gymnasium. And this is the very first and original Vista Vela Phase 1. You do have a gymnasium on site. You have this a wonderful pool area and spa, hot tub area. And we're looking at a condominium. So the views from here, the location, this is phenomenal for vacation rentals or for personal use. And you get a good sense of the views that you're going to enjoy from here. Look at that, right off the balcony. Yeah, I get it. You're seeing the Soriana Hyper there, all day long, every day. But, there's always a trade off. And the location isn't going to be affected by your views being changing or anything like that. Not at all. The location is off the chain. You're walking distance to both restaurants, because as you go slightly uphill to the corner, you're going to find yourself where the Cabo Grill Shop is at. There's a great little plaza with more restaurants, an Italian deli. So as far as vacation rentals are concerned, this is it. This will do it 100%. Lots of closet space. You can see some of the common area amenities here, the grounds. Here's your clubhouse, your gym, your pool area. Back to the gym, back to the clubhouse. Tennis court, pickleball. And that's all she wrote for these photographs. Let's take a look. Live your Mexican dream of watching the sunrise and the moon at the end of the ocean and its excellent view of the Arco de los Cabos in one of the best areas of Los Cabos with high investment capital gains. Well, very, very simple, right? And to the point. HOA fee, $200 a month HOA fee. That's pretty good, if you ask me. The tax, again, as I shared with you many times, ignore this tax. It will be reassessed at time of closing. On the high end, $900 at this price point. Likely going to be less, but let's just say $900. I'd rather prepare you for more. All right, let's move on to the next one, guys. And here we are. This is Vista Mare. Okay, so now we find ourselves on the opposite end of Cabo San Lucas. As we come down off the El Tizal hillside and we go through downtown, we cross through downtown and we find ourselves in the Libertad Valley area right here. We call it sometimes the Sunset area, the Sunset Valley. It says freedom because that's what Libertad is translated into. There's a street right here called Libertad, which means freedom. But this street you see right here that comes down this valley, this is the main street in this little valley area right here. And right where it says OXXO, you're going to find yourself with a variety of different restaurants. There's actually a sushi restaurant, I think right about here somewhere, right there. There's a gasoline station a little higher up where it says OXXO right here. Great coffee shop, another sushi place, great for breakfast as well. But right down here, you got Argentinian restaurant, you have a Mexican restaurant, you have a seafood restaurant, and right along here, you have taco restaurants. I mean, you really don't have to go far. And if you want some really nice fine dining, Casa Martin is right on this street right here in this little traffic circle. It's right here. And then there's a brand new restaurant that just opened up in this location right here. So you're really close to everything. And I forgot, Luna Italiana is located right here on this little resort area right there as well. So yeah, you're in a great location. Now let's take a look at the views here. This, I believe, is a penthouse, if I recall correctly. It's a 2-bedroom with your own private rooftop. And look at that. When you're sitting down, enjoying a game, right in your own living room, you just look to the left and there's your Y. And this view will never be obstructed, guys. There's that view again. Now, there is a balcony space immediately off the master bedroom, and that's what you're looking at right here. There's your master bedroom. And here is your private rooftop. It comes with everything you see. You got your Blackstone right here, nice little island for dining, little bar. You can install a hot tub if you like. It's already prepped for that. Again, gorgeous views of the city lights at night. There's almost fireworks every night here, not to mention 4th of July and New Year's. It does have 2 pools in the community, and you have a phenomenal gym. I would argue one of the best gyms that I've ever seen in a community of this size. There's your nighttime views. All right, let's take a look at the description. Penthouse in downtown Cabo, panoramic bay and city light views. This turnkey, fully furnished two bedroom, two bath penthouse offers unmatched Cabo Bay, Pacific Ocean, and city night light views. The crown jewel is a private rooftop terrace with direct elevator access, a rare luxury designed for entertaining with wet bar, grill, mini fridge, pergola, sun loungers, and outdoor seating. I will say this much: the elevator does go all the way from the parking area directly all the way up to your rooftop. So if you're having guests come and enjoy, what can I tell you? You don't ever even have to step foot in your condominium. You can have just the party directly upstairs, no problems whatsoever. What else here? Inside, the open concept living area showcases refined coastal design with modern Mexican charm, includes a secured underground garage, plus access to resort style amenities, pool, jacuzzi, fire pit lounge, multi-purpose terrace, and state-of-the-art gym. Ideally located in downtown Cabo, just 10 minutes from the marina, beaches, dining, and shopping. Schedule your private tour today. This won't last long. And we're looking at an HOA fee of 3,600 pesos. This is likely per month. You're looking at about $200 at the current exchange rate. All right. So we've reached our A and B, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We're almost done with this episode. That's another thing that I'm trying to do is make this shorter. These were lasting almost an hour long. We're at about the half hour mark now. So thank you again for joining me. And here's that A and B, guys. Give me your comments down below. Let me know, which one would you pick? A, we're looking at Vista Vela condo. We've already taken a look at the condos here, but now we're at the $500,000 price point. And let's see what the difference is from the other condo that we saw in Vista Vela 1. Same complex, but now we're looking at a condo 1101 building 1. So this is technically the lowest floor, okay, in this condo building. And again, remember, you're directly adjacent to Costco and the 24-hour supermarket. So you have a little patio in the back. Okay, so this one has a covered parking space and it has a storage area. And I believe some folks are now starting to do those like elevator for parking, so you can put one car in above the other. And yeah, you could fit two cars that way. There's your elevator and this yard in the back. Now, this is because it's a ground floor condo. The other condos above and higher floors are not going to have this patio area. I think both of these condos are listed by the same agent because some of these photos look identical. All right, so that covers that. Let's take a look at the description. 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths. Welcome to the great condo with a couple unique features that others do not have. It is, without a doubt, one of the best 3 bedrooms, 3 bath units in all of Vista Vela's developments. So again, this is a 3 bedroom, 3 bath. The view is incredible, unblockable. What all buyers ask for when looking at a real estate in Los Cabos. This condo has a front terrace and also a large private secure rear terrace that only a couple other condos have in the development. Great place for barbecue, dining, bikes, etc. And parking spot under condos with personal storage bodega as well. So best locations in the development: parking, visitors, stairs, elevator access. Condo has nice amenities, looks sharp, hurricane shutters. Each bedroom has is ensuite bathroom. Parking is capable of installing a lift, as I mentioned a moment ago. Very nice community clubhouse. Being less than 2 miles outside of Cabo gives you peace, while easy, fast access to all that Cabo offers. Okay, so this is your A, all right? This is A. Let's take a look at B and let me know which one you like better. So for B, I selected a home. And again, to give you a sense of where this is located, we're still in the El Tizal hillside. The property we just looked at was right here in this L-shaped community right here. Here's Costco. If we go up this road, Calle Nogal, just past the Cabo Grill, okay, we're going to find ourselves with this property. Just go up this road right here. And this is Ventanas Phase 1. Now, Ventanas Phase 1 has this amazing, I believe this is a heated pool. You have a hot tub as well, a huge gym. There's even a chapel there and a little deli / restaurant where you can get alcoholic drinks at as well. I mean, it's got it just about everything, okay? So it's quite interesting. And this is on the main street. Let's take a look at this one. So we're looking at a house, right? Single family residence, freestanding home, lots of light, remodeled kitchen, with a pool, $500,000, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,900 plus square feet. And we're repeating photos. So let's take a look at the details. Motivated seller. Welcome to this beautifully renovated 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home in the highly desirable Phase 1 of Ventanas, Cabo San Lucas. The home feels brand new, showcasing luxurious finishes, an open concept layout, and brand new furniture throughout. Enjoy the bright, open living and dining area filled with natural light. The modern kitchen offers plenty of cabinet space and flows seamlessly into the main living area. Perfect for entertaining or everyday living. Step outside into a generous outdoor space, complete with a private pool and a covered terrace. Perfect for relaxing, dining, or hosting guests. A second floor front terrace offers even more stunning views. And as far as HOA, $300 a month on the HOA. Gated, guarded gym, kiddie park, pool. Which one do you guys like best? B, the home, single family residence, freestanding with a pool, space for 2 cars, and you have the amenities of the pool, the gym, the chapel, the little deli. There's the deli right there. Or A, the condominium, walking distance to Costco, walking distance to 24 Hours Soriana Hypermarket. There's a gym on site. You'd also have a pool. You have a clubhouse, or you can go to the gym down the street, and you have walking distance to restaurants, literally. Okay, and of course, this view of the famous Land's End. Let me know down in the comments, which one do you guys pick, A or B? I'd love to hear your opinion, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our new format where we're trying to do this as short as possible. We're about 38 minutes into it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm not too sure you're following. I'd love to share some more, so make sure to click on that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, guys, and don't miss out on the next episode. Look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you again. Bye-bye.